Hi guys, Eric's UK here again. A quick vid on role-playing in RPGs. This past Friday, we have a every other week on Friday Pathfinder game for a group of the guys that normally hang out at what was our old game store. I've been running Pathfinder for a while, but I've reached a point where I want to play. I've been GMing for such a long time, I haven't had a chance to actually play in a role-playing game really for a good while. So one of the guys has stepped up to the plate and he is running his own Pathfinder game, and it's pretty cool. And it wasn't a bad game, it was an enjoyable first one, and I think the characters will gel a bit more as the game goes along. But after the game, the GM in question mailed out to everybody in the group on Facebook and said, what did you think of it? Did you enjoy it? Was there anything that could have been done better? Was there things you want? And for his own reference, he said what he'd like is people to role play more, and that for him it's an important part of the game and so on. And that's quite cool. The problem is our particular Friday night group isn't made up of role players. Myself and one of the guys get a bit more into character than anyone else. We've got two guys who are more power gamers, and we've got two guys who aren't either. They're kind of there for the social aspect and having a bit of fun, beer and pretzel sort of mentality. But in response to this mail out, I said, it was a good game. I enjoyed it. I think you'll get better as you get, as you get further into it and get to know exactly what you're doing. You have a much better game. But I said one of the things you can't force people to do is role play. I said in all my years, I've never found a group that can get into character and definitely not stay there. In my case, I'm playing for this game a dwarf cleric, and I've gone the very stereotypical route of I'm playing him as a Scottish dwarf. It's a stereotype, and if it's a good stereotype, I don't see a problem. But after about half an hour, I couldn't do it, and I just kind of reverted to going back and just talking as me. Probably one, because I can't carry an accent for very long anyway, it gets to go around the houses, and two, if no one else is doing it, there's kind of like this impetus, and it's like, well, if they're not doing it, you kind of drop out of it, and I said, just to repeat, so you can't force people to roleplay. Giving out XP bonus for good roleplay is nice, but if the group you're playing with doesn't roleplay, doesn't get into their character like that, it's not worth the effort. I said, it's a good thing to try and do, but don't force it. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But he kind of wants people to roleplay. And I thought, while I'm sitting here for the afternoon, I thought, sorry, let's see what you guys think. Should everybody roleplay? Should they? I know some of you guys are very different in your opinions on gaming to me. I'm quite happy to, if someone says, right, how badly hurt are you? You go, I'm down 5 hit points. Or someone says, you can search that corner of the room, and I'm like, well, my perception check isn't great. How getting someone who's got a better one to do it. It might be out of character, but it's something that within the realms of the game I think is perfectly acceptable. But I know there are some of you out there who, you don't do that. You'd say, oh, I'm badly injured, or I'm not very hurt, or that sort of thing. Or if someone tells you, you'd go and check the room anyway because you don't know what your bonuses are and so on. But that's not me. But I'm curious what you guys think on this thing. I'm not arguing on the point of the GM, because I think if he can get people to roleplay, then fine. I just don't think it's going to happen. But I'm curious what you guys think. Do you think that a party should roleplay, or the players should roleplay? Do you think there's a middle ground? Can you get people who aren't really role players to roleplay? I think it depends on the group, individual by individual. But I'm kind of curious, just as a kind of a follow-up to what's happening with this particular group, just to see what people think. Anyway, post your comments. I'll be certainly interested to see what you come up with. Until next time, take care and good gaming.